My name's Stacy Cameron. This is my wife Jenifer Cameron. This is our boy Charlie. We adopted Charlie a little over 3 weeks ago. This is when we, of course, met Mr. Williams. Decided to go forward with some obedience training. Through this experience, we were new to this. Charlie's new. We've never had any kind of dog training or any kind of experience in that. Mr. Williams, he taught us a lot about Charlie's personality. What to expect from him. Where he was currently at, what to expect. It's been a very good and learning experience throughout the process. My wife, she was here from day one. She can definitely tell you a lot more from where Charlie, where he was at and where he is now. Me being in and out, I work throughout the day, seeing him when he comes home. When I come home at night, I can tell the difference. So I'm gonna let my wife talk a little bit on what she's noticed. Talk a little bit.
So when we got Charlie, he didn't even know how to SIT. I'll say it instead of, or spell it instead of say it. He didn't know how to do any command. He didn't probably have any discipline, and he hated his crate. He would not want to be anywhere other than by your side. Separation anxiety, which he still kind of has a little bit of that, but that's just personality, I guess. But within just the first day, he learned the command SIT. And he does it now almost not even on command. When we walk toward the door, he knows he is supposed to SIT, and he does until he is free from that, usually. Sometimes he gets a little excited, but we have 2 other dogs, and so it's been a challenge with them being out while our trainer's not here. It's harder because they're out and about and distracting, and they're not as disciplined as he is, especially now. So that's been a challenge too, but Charlie's been the best student ever. and he's just really flourished. And so now he will even go in his crate. We used to come home and his crate was just, you could tell he was distressed. He was trying to get out of it. If both top and bottom aren't locked, he would get out. He would get out of one of them. But now we come home and his crate is where it's supposed to be. He's not distressed, and he's not trying to get out and having this bad experience in the crate. And that was all thanks to what we learned of how to make him comfortable in his crate. So I could go on for days, but
yes. So, we love Charlie. We love him more now. He's
in 3 weeks, he's our most disciplined dog.
He's learned to respect us. He's learned these commands: sit, bed. He's learned to leave it off. We're still working on some things, but that's what the process is about. It's not just Mr. Williams coming and showing us one time. It takes dedication, us doing it. But it's been, like I said, a great experience. This is our first time ever working with a trainer personally. Mr. Williams was, I would recommend 110%. He's down to earth. He works with you. He gives you the right stuff, the right tools you need. He's not going to steer you down the wrong path. He will correct you and the dog at the same time if needed.
And your other dogs.
And your other dogs.
Which is key. I mean, if you've got multiple dogs in your house, they have to be able to.
Like I said, he's here for you. He makes you feel at home. You tell him what you makes you feel at home and not uncomfortable. Have those experiences, but Miss Williams not going to do that. We look forward to working with him some more. In the future for sure. Mr. Charlie over here.
Okay, some of the cool experiences that we've had with Charlie are we had taken him to my parents. They live out on a ranch, and we basically kept him on a leash wherever we went. He was afraid to get up on the gator, He was even afraid to get up in the truck when we were trying to put him in the truck. And just within, I don't know, 4 or 5 tries, experiences, based on the things that Mr. Williams taught us, we were able to get him to pretty much just get in and get comfortable pretty quickly. I mean, he was terrified of getting in the truck, much less a gator that's, you know, loud and bumpy and going on dirt roads. So that was really cool. And then we had him off the leash at one point, and my parents have a dog, and this dog is 7 years old and does not COM for anything. He lives on a ranch. If he smells something, he's going after it, doesn't care. But just in I guess it was 2 weeks in, right? 2 weeks into the training, and that wasn't 2 weeks of working on the command COM. That was just 2 weeks into the training itself, maybe a day or so working on that command. Charlie and Samson, the other dog, got a whiff of something, and both of them just head down. They were going for it, and within half a second, I COM to Charlie, gave him that command, and his head just turned and just came straight toward me, almost like he was just happy to come towards me. Same experience in our yard. I let Charlie and Nova out one night, and I saw a little bunny, and both of them went after the bunny, just nose down, going after, you know, I'm sorry, cuss here, but anyway, but they turned, but I said COM to Charlie, and just his head just, and up, almost smiling and prancing toward me. He was so excited for that command because he knew what he was going to get when he reached me. So that was really neat. Now that I had that experience in my backyard, and I've had that experience out in open field. Like, I know I feel comfortable taking him to the park right now with the leash, but I would feel comfortable giving him that command and him coming to me. Same with LEAVE. That we worked on that one for a couple of days, and Charlie just within just a few minutes he really responded to that, and we worked on that outside of, you know, our training sessions, and he's just, I mean, it's spectacular. I do think it's more of us learning than him, because he's smart. He knows how to communicate. It's just we have to learn how to communicate with him and read his signs and his body language. And another really cool experience is we have neighbors that have another male dog, and he is kind of an alpha dog. Our other dogs have been around him, but they're female dogs, and so this new experience, I had asked him, Mr. Williams, if he would introduce the dogs, kind of a little bit out of the training plan, but that was something I really wanted some help with, just because I don't know how to do that, and I wasn't sure how it would go. And we introduced them not once but twice, and the experience was great. The other dog, Marley is his name, was chill, but did give a little bit of signs of, hey, I'm not comfortable, and because of Mr. Williams, we know now what to do and how to read those signs from our dog and even other dogs that we might come in contact with. So that's really important, especially with a larger dog. We're not sure of his breed yet, but we have a feeling it might be like a terrier or some kind of bully breed, which we just want to make sure that we're understanding his body language, his signs, and know when to get him out of a situation that he might not be comfortable in, or when another dog is saying, hey, I'm uncomfortable, and we just know how to work that and pull him out. Another one is we have a pit bull. We have a pit bull, a female pit bull, Nova, and Nova is typical pit bull. She's very hyper. She wants to be in your face. She loves attention. She is his baby. So if you go near Daddy, she gets jealous, and if you go near me, she gets jealous, but especially near Daddy. She likes to literally pop on everything. She's like a little deer, including other dogs. And Charlie played with her, but when he's done, he's done. And the first couple of days that we had him, I think we had him a week before We had Mr. Williams come in and help us with him. And the first week, you could feel Charlie being more like, hey, stop. Like, I'm telling you right now, you need to stop. And as time goes by, I think Charlie is being able to be like, hey, stop, I've had enough. And Nova learns to kind of back down. And I think that that's all, you know, Charlie feeling more comfortable, Charlie knowing that we understand him, Charlie understanding that when things do get a little bit out of hand between him and Nova, we're able to recognize that because of the things that we've learned and pull them apart and give them a break. So we just haven't had any kind of really bad experience with them together, even when things get a little bit much.
Yep, so to touch on something you're talking about is body language, and that is something that Mr. Williams really taught us on, is to understand your dogs and when what they're telling you, because they can't speak human, they can't come out and tell you, hey, I've had enough, hey, get him off me, or her, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. You got to read your dog. And Mr. Williams been a very, very big help on that, whether it be they're happy, whether it be they're tired, whether it be, you know, they got a lot of stress built up.
Even before it gets to the point of a growl, sometimes we can understand.
The biggest part too is reward. That rings in my head. The dogs have to understand that they're leaving something for something better, which is that treat, which is that reward, which is that they want to keep coming back. They want to listen to you, to make them feel comfortable in that moment, and to understand that this is okay. I'm leaving this bad situation or whatever for something a lot better. The more you do that, the more these
or leaving
commands.
a good situation for something even better.
Yeah. And so, you know, repeating back to the whole getting in the gator or truck, we were working with him getting in the back of my pickup, and Mr. Williams, you know, helped me understand that, okay, it's new, it's something out of his comfort zone, that we have to work easy, baby steps, give him a little reward, get him closer, comfortable with it. You can't just pick him up and shove him in there, you know. As easy as that is, you gain nothing from that. And, you know, it adds tension, stress, and makes him less likely to do it next time because it's a bad experience. He's gonna remember that. You know, he's got a brain, he's got memory. He puts two and two together and understands, okay, this truck was a bad situation next time. I don't want to do this. I'm definitely not going to get in. It's going to be worse. With a reward, with working with him and understanding that he is, you know, he's stressed, he's not comfortable, and giving him rewards, baby steps. We got him to the point now within a couple hours, if that, you know, of giving him treats and letting him get in the truck at his time when he's comfortable has made a big difference. And now he gets up in there without a treat or anything, which we still reward him because we love him and we spoil him, but now he's way more comfortable getting in there. He gets right in there and we move along. So back to the point, it's learning your dog's body language. Mr. Williams has been a big help with that. Now I understand a lot of different things that he does or other dogs do when they approach that we should be on the lookout for and fix. And fix immediately before they get out of hand, because a bad experience can be way worse and can cause longer effects than fixing it before, stopping it before it happens.
One of the coolest things to see is how in just a few short weeks Charlie has responded to us and how he's more comfortable around us. Early on he had developed more of an attachment to me just because I'm here all the time. I work from home, he doesn't, so naturally he just developed that attachment. But through the weeks of the training, I've seen how he looks to me for guidance. He it's almost like annoying sometimes because he's like, okay, what do you want me to do? What do you need me to do? What command am I supposed to be in? And then once I give him a command or his job, which I think is how he sees it, then he's comfortable. He can sit there and do what he's supposed to do. One day there was my office is in the front of the house and I have this big window, and our neighbors were having, like, next door neighbor close to us in the vicinity of, wait a minute, you might be getting too close, according to Charlie. There were some workers out there working in the yard, and they worked all day, and that morning it was just whine after whine after whine after whine. And when Mr. Williams came in, I said, okay, I know we were supposed to work on this, but this is going on this morning. And within that hour time, I was able to, for the rest of the day, have him in a certain command where he felt comfortable. He felt like, I'm doing my job, I'm still protecting my house, my mom, my territory, but it's okay. You know, these people out here are okay. And they came back the next day. I was able to put him in command, and he was fine. So it's really neat how Charlie has just kind of connected with me and with him, but mostly me because I'm always home. But just how he's comfortable now. It's, you know, hey Charlie, it's okay. I've got this. And he's just like, he looks to us now, and I think he feels like part of the family, which he is, but you know.
Certificate of Achievement. It certifies that Charlie has successfully completed and demonstrated all requirements for the curriculum setting the foundation given by Com K9 Training LLC on 12/31/21, signed by myself, said R. Williams. Yeah. And to go along with that, alright, a token of my appreciation for you guys. Thank you. So, again, like I say, I really enjoyed it. Can you put on his collar? But that doesn't go on his collar, but I am working on getting some. So, again, I really appreciate you guys.